Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be reviewing Carmen. It's a solid oak chair with minimal look, rounded details. Let's dive in. As we said, it's a minimal chair in the sense that it's rather compact. It's only 43 centimeters wide and 50 centimeters deep. Its height is 81 centimeters high, and the seat is 47 centimeters here in the front and likely around 45 here on the back. Such a solid oak chair, it's also rather practical, not only because it's lighter than other type of chairs or armchairs, but also because it's quite easy to take and move around, and it's so well built. If you can look underneath how clean the structure is, and so you can not only appreciate the details of how rounded and proportionate its shapes are, but actually it's a very well built chair. And so you can imagine you having a chair like Carmen in a situation like a formal dining room, but you can also use it for day-to-day life and for your everyday meals because it's compact, it's rather light, it's practical, it's very resistant, so it has many practical purposes and features. Let's see how comfortable it is. Well, the first perception it is that it's rather sturdy. I would say less flexible than some other chairs, like upholstered chairs with a metal frame inside. You feel them more flexible when you bounce and move like this on the chair. This is very sturdy and very stable. Well, I must admit that its back, even if it's fully rounded, so you don't have any edge or corner in your skin and back, still, of course, an upholstered back is more comfortable than this. But I must say that considering that you don't have a cushion on the seat, of course it's all wooden, the way the wooden seat is shaped, in both directions, both from the front towards the back and from right to left, it makes the seat, I would say, more comfortable than you would expect from a fully wooden chair. So for me, it's a very comfortable chair considering it's all wooden. In general, I would say slightly less comfortable than a fully upholstered chair, than a good fully upholstered chair. But all in all, it's approved considering that it's all wooden. Well, about materials, we just have one material, which is solid oak, as we said. At the same time, we have 9 finishes to choose from natural to charcoal, and this is called vintage oak. It has this walnutty brownish shade. I would say it's a mix. It's in between the very light natural and the very dark charcoal finish. And then we also have the possibility of the open pore finish. The open pore is where you actually have oak underneath, then you paint the wood, but considering that oak has deep veneer, deep pores, you cannot fill the pores with the paint, and so you have a color covering the surface, but you can still perceive both visually and with your fingerprints, you can still perceive the wood underneath, and this gives you the possibility of coloring the wood in any color of your choice. And we have the standard white, but we also have the possibility of choosing from the RAL color scale or the NCS color scale. So we're talking about literally thousands of shades available. And well, when you purchase such a chair, maybe with such a table, completely in wood, maybe it's because you love wood colors, but there could be situations where you go for something striking. For example, I was talking to a client a couple of days ago about the possibility of solid wood chairs in olive green with a very specific olive green, and this is a possibility that you can get with such a chair. For example, you could have I would not suggest an olive green table with olive green chairs, but for example, there could be a situation when you have a very neutral table. It could be completely white or in transparent glass, and then you can have striking colors for the chairs of your choice. So we've come to the end of today's product review about the Carmen solid oak chairs. I hope that you like them, and see you next time.